everybody, welcome back to Rich and Bella Crafts. I hope you're all well. So for today we are going to be working with this weekend's Friday freebie, and your freebie this weekend is a sheet of beautiful washi tapes that have been combined using the Get Your Chic On kit. Now, as I said in my video earlier today, if you've caught that, you may say, well, you know, we can just cut up the current pages that we've got. Yeah, that's great. But the idea of this sheet is that you don't need to print out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sheets in order to get the different patterns. So they'll all be on here. I'm going to show you today how you can use this sheet to create your own scrappy washi journal. So I'm going to really quickly just tear these up because I'm sure you don't want to hear that noise, and then we will crack on. Okay, so we're pretty much good to go. Now, just so that you understand where these have come from and how I have printed mine, because I have got them back to back, which I'm very pleased actually with how they've come out. Basically, the Friday freebies are available on our Ko-fi website. If you follow the link that is in the description box down below of this video, you will see there's a link there. Follow that over to the Ko-fi page. And if you are unsure how to do that, watch the video that went up earlier today, because there's a complete tutorial there on how to find your Friday freebies on Ko-fi and how to download them, and the step-by-step process is there for you. If you do have any problems with that, go check that out. Also, in order to print them back to back and get them exactly, well, almost exactly back to back, what I have done is I have gone into my print settings and I have selected to print 2 copies, and then I've gone into the printer properties page setting and I have selected for it to print 2 sheets to 1 page, and it's to print on the, it's to flip on the long side. So your printer settings should give you the options to print 2 sheets on a page back to back, basically back to back printing, but it should ask you if you want to flip on the short side or on the long side. Well, that means flipping on the short side means if you were to turn the page over, then the images would be the same way up. But I have done it to print on the flip on the long side, so basically the printer is flipping the page and then printing the same thing. And once that's done, the only thing that I will have is that will be a different orientation to that, but it really doesn't matter. But it has enabled me now to pretty much line up what's on the front with what's on the back. So I'm actually super pleased with that because it's the first time I've tried doing it. So now I've double-sided washi, which is could be a bonus in this project. Now, what I've also done to have mini washies, I have printed 2 to 2 on a page. So you've got them A5. Now, I've showed you this on the recent, I did it last weekend, how to use your printing settings, so that you will have 2 of the same page on 1 page. And then I've done that again, so you've got 4 and they're back to back. But this time I've done it to flip on the short side because it obviously had altered the orientation. So I just literally wanted it to flip that way. And that seems to have pretty much worked out as well. So it was a good guess because it's the first time I've done that, but I'm super pleased with how they've come out. So I've now got double-sided washi for both of these. Right, so let's get on. What will you need today? Well, just bring some scrap papers. What are you working on at the moment? Bring scraps of anything. So I have got here a section of fabric. I've got one of the index cards that we did a bit of messy work on the other week. I've got a scrappy bit of lace. I have got some paper scraps. I have got a piece of book page that I started cutting out of. I have got some folded washi, not washi, what's that called? Copy dyed paper. I've got a book page. I've got a nice piece of paper here, which is like old printing paper, bond paper we used to call it. I have got a mini doily. I have got a recipe card, some more of that, and I then also got some remnants of some digis that I've been working with. And I've got 1 or 2 others under here as well, ready to go in. I have also, to the side of me, got a piece of pink paper, a dictionary page, and I did have some dictionary pages literally right in front of me then. What have I done with those? Good grief, I blink and I move things and they go missing. I don't know, it's still there somewhere, I'm sure they are. And I got a bit of music paper. I have also got, oh, there they are. How did they get under there? That is so strange. There we go, and I got this other lovely book page. So what I'm going to do is choose from a selection of these and we're going to create a flippy journal using up our scraps. But the important thing about this is we are able to use any papers, and it doesn't matter what shape they are, what size they are, and it doesn't matter if they're only half the page left. In fact, that'll be perfect. It doesn't matter if they're printed on the back of them or not, because we're going to just go with what we've got here, and we're going to make it work. And we're going to make it work because we've got these wonderful washies. So first and foremostly, let's get ourselves a little bit of structure to this journal. So bear with while I kind of think through my process a second. So I think I've selected my order in which I'd like to do things. So the next thing that we're going to do is quite simply start gluing these pages into place by using our washi tape strips. So basically the idea is that we're using singular pages to construct our journal. We're going to use the washi tapes to open and close. Basically they're going to form the structure. So what I need to do now is to turn this upside down like so. This is going to be my landing page. I'm just going to take that in just a smidge there because I just messed that edge up a bit there and it's just a touch wide. There we go, that's better. Okay, right, so we will begin with, I'm going to start with this one, and I'm going to take this down a notch. Where is my aha? So don't be afraid to amend your papers if they don't actually work for you. That's a much better formation, because obviously by putting them together at the beginning, that's just kind of, you know, you formulating your plan. But basically what you're going to do here now is take a piece of your washi, you're going to fold it in half like so. Probably would be easier to do if you've got a scoreboard handy. You might just want to pop it on there and just score down the center of them, just to make life a bit easier for you and a little bit quicker. If you don't have a scoreboard handy, you can just do it the old-fashioned way like me. Right, now we're going to measure this. So this bit here, the join, needs to be fitted to here, but first and foremostly you want to decide where you want to put your page. So I would glue this side down first. So let's pop some of that lovely glue on here. Not quite sure why it's lovely glue, but there we go. This is a shabby chic themed journal, so everything is going to be lovely. There we go, pop that on there. Now you have two options of how you can do this. You can either fold them onto the inside so that you have your washi tape. Let me just pull that out a bit before it glues itself on my join. Come on, out you come. You're too close. Gordon Bennett, that glue is strong. So you can either have them that way, or you can have it this way so you can see the washi. Does that make sense? And I know, for you said I got glue up there. Where's Mrs. has gone? Feel them somewhere. Are they right in front of me? No. I just lost my scissors. I literally just brought them upstairs. Deary, deary me. Are you this bad? Or is it just me? Right, leave that there. We'll use that again later. So you can either have it folded in or folded out. If you have it folded in, then obviously you're going to be able to see that then on the outer part of your page, which is quite nice, I think. And then you'll simply then glue this section down here then onto the page, like so. Or you can fold it behind. It's all entirely up to you how you want that to present itself. But obviously don't do what I did there and just mess it up by not gluing it on straight. Faux pas, Rachel, faux pas. And you've only just begun. It's not a good start, is it? Right, so I actually quite like that. So I'm going to have it so that it's folded on the outside. Otherwise, it would all just be lost on the inside of the paper, wouldn't it? So let's pick a spot and let's go with it. I'm thinking here in the center. It's a good place to begin. There we go. Lovely. Okay, so that's the first piece down. Whew. That was traumatic, wasn't it? Not really, Rachel, not really. Right, so this is the next one now. Now, obviously, you can decide whether you want different heights. Personally speaking, I think the different heights thing is quite cool. Cool. I think it's brilliant. I think it's nice to have, you know, an alternate structure, if you will. So let's just fold this one down a second. I'm just looking around me, wondering where my, oh, there it is.
So you've seen for the most part what I've done here. So I'm going to just give you a quick flip through. So obviously the last one that I've done, I've stitched that edge on just to give it a bit of, you know, something a bit extra. I have popped then some extra little flip outs then inside of one of my flip outs and also on the back. So we've got a bit of writing space here as well. But this is turning into now the ultimate flip journal because we've got flips on our flips. There's another one here. There we are. So what I'm going to just do now is add in some extra bits and pieces. So I've got this lovely index card here and I've stitched one of those washies to the top of that. So I'm going to just pop that on the inside of that page there because that will add a bit of interest. It will give a bit of writing space, but it'll also give us a bit of hidden writing space underneath. So if you wanted to journal on that page there, then you can. And it's not going to be seen quite so clearly. On the front one, I want to pop this little lacy flip because I think that will look, again, quite cute. It leaves that front page for journaling, but also just provides you with a little bit of shielding to do so. But I just love using these little washies because they're just so easy to fix everything on. There we go. That's down there, and then I finally, last but not least, I got this lovely piece of fabric which I thought we could also pop onto the back of one of these pages. Maybe this one here it might fit on. Yeah, I think if I go any further back they're not going to be deep enough, but yeah. So, and again I've just done it using the same process and I've added the flip in that way, which of course you could have done. You could use fabric for your pages. I'm simply going to use this to cover the top of this page up here. There we go. So let's reconstruct her, shall we say? Let's pop her back together. Pop that one there, that one there, that one there. I love this one here with this little, all the little interesting flips, and it's simply just a book page folded in half. You know, you could do the same here. Perhaps we'll pop that little bit of lace in there, shall we? And that'll just be, again, a little bit of interest. Let's just have a down. I've stitched the last one on, but I might
just glue this one on. Here we are. And then pop our bit of lace into the fold. So, you know, you don't have to have a sewing machine to hand to do this. And this is a great way to use up little scraps and snippets of fabric and lace, just to add a bit of interest to your flippy flappy journal. So this is your final Get Your Chic On challenge. It's also day 76 of our 100 days, but it's the final Get Your Chic On challenge. There we go. Just flip that out then, should you want to. Otherwise it'll just sit there rather nicely on that page. And then there we go. So the last thing to be done now is to just add a closure. So I'm just going to grab mine. And I'm just going to pop this on the inside for a bit of reinforcement. Oops. There we go. Pop that in there. We will have an eyelet in here. Make a hole for it. My son singing in the other room. He's forgotten that I've got my camera on. There we are. Lovely. Okay, and then pop that into place there. Okay, and I'm thinking, just that's better. I'm thinking I'm going to do something and then tie it around that way. Bear with me. So I've got this nice length of a ribbon. I've just simply threaded that through, hooked it back through. I'm going to leave it there like that, and then take it back on itself and wrap it around like so. There we are. Probably going to need to be trimmed down because I expect it's a bit long, but that's okay. Oh, that's so pretty. That is so pretty. I love it. There we are. Okay, so I had a little play and she is now finished and I love her. I think she is so cute. What do you think? So before I open it up and show you the inside, I have added some little flowers to the closure at the top there, and a little paper snippet thingy-majigamy. I have popped a lovely lace flower on there with a cutout bit of music paper behind. We've got another, I can't remember what these are called. It's another paper fold thing with a pretty flower on it, and we've got a tab on the top there, and we've got a ruffle. It's called a ruffle. We've got a fabric ruffle and a paper ruffle. So there we go. Right, let's open it up and have a little look inside. So what I have done to kind of try and you know, make it less stark, I've gone around and stamped. I've popped that over the back there because I had those flowers coming down. I just really wanted this to feel quite eclectic and pieced together, you know. So I've just gone through and done some little bits of stamping throughout, just to kind of, you know, just a hint of interest here and there. Still leaving plenty of writing space though inside. So there we go. I've grabbed a little envelope out of the Get Your Chic On kit. I've just popped a few bits and pieces in there. And then I just sealed it at the bottom so I can just tuck that in behind there like so. I popped a little bit of fabric on the front and one of the words from Rose's kit. And I've just used one of our washies then to make a little tiny pocket. I've stamped all over this lovely page. That's our fun flip there. Little writing space here. Got another bit of stamping there. And then another flip, bit of stamping. And then again, a little bit of stamping there. On this page here, I have used one of these pockets that we made way big back at the beginning of the 100 Days project. And yeah, so like they were just already in my stash box. But I think that looks rather cute on there. I've also stuck a pocket here that we also did way back at the beginning of the 100 Days project. It seems like so long ago now. So I've just popped that on there. And I've also stuck on one of those little taglets, mini taglets that we made the other day. And then obviously I've got that tab on there. So turning that over, we've got our nice bit of writing space. I've stamped across this lovely piece of vintage pink paper here. And the same on the back. I've popped a fussy cut daffodil on there and a bit of stamping. I've stamped some lovely little bees and butterflies on here to go along with the flowers. Bit of stamping there, bit of stamping here. Just all to kind of break it up a bit, but there's still plenty of space for you to doodle and write in. I popped one of our pockets in there. Again, these are from early on in our 100 Days project. Must be way early on because this was February's papers, I believe. And then we've got our fabric flip here, and I just added a few bits of stamping there. Stamped on some of our flowers. You've seen this already, the flippy bit there, but again I've just done some extra bits of stamping. I have popped a pocket on here. Oh, I meant to find something to go in there. Darn it. Oh, I don't have any to hand. Oh, here we go, that'll do. Let's pop that in there. There we go. So that's a nice deep pocket in there. Again, something we did early on, probably with embossed plasterboards maybe. Stamped on there, and then here I've added one of the pockets that we did early on, and that's got a pocket here, pocket in front there, and then when you flip it out you've got the same then this side and that side. So, and then of course you've got this lovely writing space here which is covered over by this screen, and then writing space there. So I am super pleased with my little flippy flappy. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial today. I've tried to make it as easy as possible for you to kind of follow along. But obviously the main point for you to take from it is how to utilise these washi tapes and the different things that you can do with them. So I love that one there. That's just like a multi flip there, isn't it? All that from one page, one piece of paper. And then of course we've got our little ruffle on here. And I showed you the flip at the front there, didn't I? Oh, I do apologise, I just knocked you all senseless. So there we go, that is today's tutorial all done and dusted. That is your challenge for day 76, I think we're on. I'm sure we're on. I'm sure I wrote 75 on the video yesterday. Sure I did, yes. So the junky junk journal didn't go down too well, so there wasn't a lot of interest in that. So I've done it. I'm safely now back to my digis. I did enjoy it. I got to be honest, I did enjoy it, but I wasn't quite sure how many of you were going to be interested in it. So, like I say, I will probably steer back towards what I know best. But yeah, so go away, have a go, give it a try. Don't forget to post your pictures onto the Facebook group and have a wonderful day. Oh, and don't forget, there are sales on our Etsy store and our Ko-fi shop because it's Bella's birthday today. So if you get a chance, swing by, wish her a happy birthday. I'm sure she'd love to hear from you. And go and take advantage of the sale and get yourself some kits. Have a wonderful weekend. I will see you all tomorrow. Take care now. Bye-bye.